Good morning, folks. October 16th, we're back at Ruff River again. This is day 2 of the winter pool drawdown. So I expect the fish to be on the move. Let's check some spots and see what happens. All right, first spot of the morning. Looks like we got a few fish here. If you've watched my channel, I'm a big fan of catching a fish first cast. So let's see what happens. There it is, first cast, but it's a little one. All right, we got to get the booger towel out. It's going to be a good morning. Another little one. That feels like a little better fish. I think he might go for a boat ride today. Here we go. Beautiful black crappie. All right, let's talk about a common mistake that I see a lot of folks make, and that is rushing your first cast before your boat is in position. More often than not, the bigger, more aggressive fish on a brush pile, stump, stake bed, whatever you're fishing, is the first one to hit. So you always want to make sure that first presentation is perfect. Feels like a decent fish. Come over here and approve this one, Willow. Let me know what you think. All right, I think we have her approval. Feels like a little better fish. I think she approves. Mistake number 2 that I see a lot of folks make is either stopping or slowing down their retrieve whenever a fish starts chasing. This is the worst thing you can do with crappie. They will 100% stop and no longer be interested. So Always keep your bait moving at a slow, steady retrieve. Maybe even speed up a little bit to trigger a bite, but never stop or slow down your retrieve. All right, we're going to drop in here again and see what happens. We're going to lightly trace this outline of a brush pile. Just a couple small ones. Feels like bluegill thumping on it. There's another one. All right, we'll give it another cast, then go find the new spot. Once again, I'm just out here doing a little pre-fishing for a guide trip I have in the morning. Comes one. It's a little guy. All right, let's drop back down in there. Another common mistake I see a lot of folks make is not keeping that bait above the crappie. Crappie prefer to feed up, and you just don't want to let that bait drop below them. So more often than not, it just turns them off and they will not bite. So always keep your bait above the crappie. We're just going to trace this outline here, and there's one right there. Feels like a good one came off the bottom. Go. It's about a 12-inch crappie. I think Willow approves. There's another one. I think we'll leave this spot alone. That's another keeper. Another 12-inch crappie. All right, I just saw look like a decent sized fish kind of sink down to the bottom here, right in front of this little stump. There's a couple fish there. Let's just see if we can get the bigger one. Get this bait in position. There it is. That makes the cut today. All right, folks, the fall bite is here. I've been waiting all summer for this. They have officially strapped on their feed bags, and it is prime time fishing. I appreciate you joining me, and as always, keep it real. right here on Real Pursuit Fishing. All right, folks, the fall bite